If you've been trying to build your guitar speed for a very long time and you've tried everything you think you're supposed to do and you practice every day but speed is just not coming together, chances are you're missing a very important guitar technique ingredient that frankly many guitar teachers simply don't teach. And no, it's not pick slanting, it's not two-hand synchronization, it's not relaxation, it's not any of the common things you think about when you think about speed. But all great players have totally mastered this element. Paul Gilbert is the first guy who comes to my mind when I think about the guitar technique element. For another example, check out this John Petrucci clip right here. He's playing an altogether different scale pattern, but this guitar technique element I'm talking about is dialed in to an insanely high level. Alright, fine, I'll stop teasing you, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. This guitar technique element that's holding back your speed way more than you probably realize is your pick attack. And by pick attack, I mean the amount of acoustic power you're able to project to the strings when you're playing. Now, the stronger your pick attack is, the easier it is to keep your hands in sync when you play, which allows you to play much closer to your potential top speed and have your playing sound good at those higher speeds. And on the flip side, when you practice to develop a stronger pick attack, your mistakes become more obvious because they become louder and easier to hear, and when they're easier to hear, they're easier to fix. So here are a whole bunch of ways to develop a stronger pick attack that's going to make you sound closer to Paul Gilbert and Petrucci when you practice, which is going to help you to improve your speed as well. The first thing you want to do is make sure you're using the edges of your pick for playing. So you want to use this edge for downstrokes, this edge for upstrokes. And to do that, you're going to need to angle the pick about 30 degrees towards the head of the guitar. So this is the wrong way to do it, with the pick flat against the string. This is the right way, angled. When it's angled, you can then dip the pick a little bit deeper inside of the string so you can use more of the pick to hit the string. But because you're using the edges of the pick, that's going to allow you to cut down on the power you have to use to push through the string. So you're kind of cheating by using the edges of the pick to use less effort to push through the string and get less resistance from the string pushing back onto your pick, but you're able to project more of the power on the note when you play. The next way to get a stronger pick attack is make sure that your upstrokes are every bit as powerful as your downstrokes. And an easy way to do that is to take your single string guitar licks that you typically play starting on a downstroke and play them starting on an upstroke, and make sure there's absolutely no difference in the sound between the downstroke way and the upstroke way. The next idea for a stronger pick attack is something I picked up from watching older Paul Gilbert videos, and that is to set your amp volume no higher than speaking level. This is how I have it set up right now. So when I play a scale sequence, I'm able to hear both the distorted sound that I like and also being able to check my pick attack by hearing the acoustic sound of the strings as well. It's a lot easier to notice if your pick attack is getting sloppy with the sound, so give it a try. The next way to focus on your pick attack is to switch from using the neck pickup when you're playing lead guitar to the bridge pickup. So if you're using an Ibanez or a Strat type of guitar, flip the pickup selector all the way down. This is going to give you a thinner and more brittle sound when you're playing your faster licks on the top two strings, for example, but it's going to allow you to spot any weaknesses in your pick attack that much better. Another fantastic way to work on your pick attack is to stay on one string and take, let's say, 3 notes, like say frets 2, 4, and 5 on the G string, but play groupings of 5 with those 3 notes and just move up and down the scale. Like that. This forces you to accent on the downbeat either with a downstroke or an upstroke, so that really messes up with your pick attack and forces you to tighten it up. The next cool idea is to take 3 note per string scale fingerings but play them as groupings of 4. So your brain is going to want to play them as triplets because your hand is playing 3 notes on every string, but your picking hand needs to fight that impulse and accent the notes in such a way to make them sound and feel like groupings of 4 or 16th notes, like this. Or you can do the reverse of that and take a 2 note per string pattern like a pentatonic shape, where you'd normally play things with a 16th note feel, but play it with the triplet feel instead, like this. And of course you can move this to other shapes of the pentatonic scale as well. The point is to challenge your picking hand to accent notes in ways that it's not used to. And the final way to work on your pick attack is to do what I call playing naked in a football stadium. This is an exaggerated, put on steroids way of simply playing unplugged. I like to imagine that I'm actually standing in a football stadium in front of 40,000 people and I have to play a guitar solo, but for some reason I forgot my amp at home, so all I can do is just pick the strings as loudly as possible and hope that everybody hears me. The idea is to just visualize some crazy scenario where for some reason you have to pick as loudly as possible, and then just challenge your picking hand to live up to that. So start using these pick attack training strategies for 5, 10, 15 minutes per day. You should start to feel some pretty noticeable gains in both your synchronization and in your speed. And if you want some more help with playing guitar fast, check out the link in the description of this video. Go to the page on the screen right now. I'm going to show you a free 1-hour masterclass called Guitar Speed Formula. What it is a special way to practice where you don't have to do any slow practice whatsoever, and you don't need to practice for 8 hours per day or anything crazy like that. Simply follow what I say in this masterclass, and before you know it, you'll start to play much faster than you ever thought you could. If you want to check it out, click that link, enter your email address, I'll send you the video for free. And one of the challenges with building guitar speed is taking the guitar speed you have and using it in real-life musical situations and having your speed be consistent and reliable. If you want some help with that, watch this video right here next.